Welcome to the Prophetic Zone with Apostles Tommy and Katrina Garrett, Senior Pastors of Thy Kingdom Come Global Ministries, right here in Panama City, Florida. Here are Apostles Tommy and Katrina Garrett.
Good morning. Welcome to the Prophetic Zone with your host, Apostle Katrina Garrett.
And hi, I'm Apostle Tommy Garrett.
And we welcome you this morning right here on Fox 28.
Good morning, America.
You always say good morning, America. It's not good morning, America. This is the Prophetic Zone.
Well, good morning, America. Prophetic Zone.
God bless you. We're so thankful and grateful for everything God's been doing. And we have an awesome guest on the show, Stefan
It's Friday
Richardson.
morning.
He is a proud business owner.
Yes.
Of health and fitness is what we're going to be talking about this morning. Before we go there, we're going to take a short break and go to our sponsors, and then we'll return back in just a moment.
Amen.
Hello, folks. My name is Johnny Brown. Come on down to Stuffy's for 50s Field Avenue. We have anything from homemade patty hamburgers, homemade cut French fries, Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, ham, egg, and cheese. We also serve a great breakfast in the morning, pancakes, link sausages. So come on down at 1302 Harrison Avenue, Panama City, Florida. Come give Stuffy's Cafe a feel. Get stuffed at Stuffy's.
Welcome back to the Prophetic Zone with your host, Apostle Katrina Garrett.
And your other host, Apostle Tommy Garrett.
Amen. And we're so grateful and thankful this morning. We're going to be talking to you this morning about health and fitness.
Keeping that body healthy.
That's right. And both of us are in the process of doing that. And we have a special guest here on the show named Stefan Richardson, with a proud business owner with Body by Vi.
Yes, ma'am.
And
She got it right.
She got it right. She got it right.
I had to remember it. I was going to write it down, but that's okay. I got it. I got this. But anyway, so I actually met Stefan on our famous social media, Facebook. I remember he said, Katrina, are you ready for a challenge? And I thought, who is this? And what does he mean, am I ready for a challenge? And so, as I began to talk with him, he introduced me to the product. And it's, a product for weight loss. But I'm going to let him tell you a little bit more about it because he knows a lot more about it than I do. And so tell us a little bit about Body by VI and what all it does. I mean, by Vi, I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right.
I always see that V on there. You're always doing that V pose on Facebook. But anyway, so tell us a little bit about it.
Really, what the product is all about, the main substance behind the product, of course, is saving children. That is our mission. Mm-hmm. That's our mission. Saving children, because as you know, with the world the way it is today, you got over 70% of the country that is overweight.
Right.
And believe it or not, it starts with the children.
Right.
What we feed our kids is, basically what we kind of get in return.
Right.
So what the company has decided to do was make that our main mission, saving children. So now every 10 pounds that you lose or 10 pounds of lean muscle that you put on, the company then rewards 30 meals to an at-risk obese child.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Now, as far as when the product is concerned, is you got a couple different ways to do it. We have a lot of different things out there because what we wanted to do, we wanted to try to capture the gambit. We wanted to basically control your kitchen. Mm-hmm. Because if you have control of your kitchen, and where a lot of people think that I can go to the gym for an hour, I burned 400 or 500 calories, but I'm going to go to Golden Corral afterwards.
Right.
I'm going to go to Burger King afterwards.
Right.
So basically, you kind of defeat the purpose. What the company's done is we have a nutritious shake. It's low fat, low sodium, low sugar. It's diabetic friendly, type 1, type 2.
Pretty good.
Yeah, yes it is. Helps with high blood pressure, hypertension. Has 12 grams of protein and 5 grams of fiber. Over 25 minerals and nutrients. So the list goes on and on. We have basically put everything that's good, and it's non-GMO and kosher certified. Everything that's good is in this.
Okay.
When it comes to a meal replacement. And we also have the cereal, which is just like the shake, just in a flake. Mm-hmm. So for those people that sit there and say, well, Stefan, having a shake, I need to chew something. Okay, now we have a cereal that has the exact same things in it as the shake.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, everybody has different ways of losing weight.
Mm-hmm.
I like the shake because I have to be to work so early. Mm-hmm. And as we all know, and let's be honest, when you do lose weight, you do have to plan.
Yes, ma'am.
And you have to, if you're going to take, breakfast, you got to plan that, you got to prepare it. get it ready for the morning, and so forth. And so the shake is a lot easier for me because all I do is put all my ingredients in a bag, and then I take my I use almond milk, so.
Yeah.
I take my milk and then my ice, and then all I do is whip it up together, and I have my something. A lot of times with weight loss, people think if I skip a meal, I'm going to lose weight.
Right.
Okay, but at least, and you're not, because our bodies does not require us to, you have to eat 3 meals a day, or at least 6 times a day, some would say, because you're wanting to speed up your metabolism,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Small,
Yes, ma'am.
tiny
And you can't do
portions.
that by not eating. So it's good for some people who are like me,
Who are on
who
the
are
go.
always on the go. I am always on the go because I work full time, ministry, then I have a photograph business. So I'm
Right.
constantly on the go. For me and my husband, it works. So if we don't have time to eat breakfast, then we do take a shake, and we do eat a shake. We drink our shakes, and then we have, our lunches. And you can drink up to 2 shakes a day,
Yes, ma'am.
and then you have a sensible, meal.
Sensible meal. Mhm.
After
And
you
it
drink the
actually
shakes.
once you get on the shakes and from my performance of taking the shake, you have a lot of energy because I fall asleep in a heartbeat.
Right, right,
Since
right.
I've been taking the shake, I've been up at work. I've been up around the house. I don't fall asleep like she talking, especially when we driving somewhere. She get mad because I be there and go to sleep quick on her.
Right, right.
But it brings you energy, and the best thing about it is our body is our temple. So that's something that the Bible tells us, that we have to be healthy partakers of life with our body, because this is our temple. This is what representing the world for us Christians. So we have to take care of our bodies.
Well, like in 1 Corinthians, it says in 1 Corinthians 6:19, what? Know we not that our body is a temple of the Holy Spirit, which is in you, which ye have of God, and ye are not your own, for ye are bought with a price. Therefore glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God's. Which he's saying that we should glorify our bodies. And of course, there are a lot of us preachers. I'm one that has been overweight, and that's one of my goals of losing weight. I've lost 13 pounds, and I'm starting to go back to the gym and exercise, because one of the things that the Lord had spoken to me, my husband, and the Lord said, you're going to have to get this weight off you, because the places that I'm going to send you, you're going to have to be in fit.
Yeah, that's what we have to
Ministry
do.
is work.
It is
I
work.
mean, it's work. I mean, we've done revivals outside, and you're sitting up chairs, and I'll be sitting there looking at my husband puffing and breathing. But when it can become a hindrance. He like, I do. I sit there and watch him.
understand.
So, but but the Lord, He did tell me, you got to get this weight off you, because some of the nations I'm going to send you to, some of the countries, you got to walk a distance, and you're going to be walking around praying for people, doing things. It can get, if you're not in shape and you're not fit, you won't be able to perform effectively for the kingdom of God. And so we should teach those in the church as well. As we teach people spiritual food, that's our main focus.
Right.
But at the same time, we do want to, God did say you glorify God in our body and in spirit. So when people see us fit, taking care of ourselves for Him.
Right.
Right. And another thing I liked about him, he was very encouraging of producing you to do the work.
Yes, He was.
And building you up to get started,
Yes.
because I guess he knows once you get into it, and once you get your body get in tune with everything, once it calculates and everything with the shake and what's going on, I think it helps you. You can feel it in your body, and it gives you more energy. But he's the asset with you is I like the encouragement. Like, you had her walking that bridge,
Yeah, he
and I'm
did.
like,
I want to tell y'all
Look at
something. Y'all looking for somebody to fitly train you. When I first went on that bridge the first day, he told me, you ready? I said, yeah. And then I thought we just going to walk. He told me, oh, no. We're not going to just walk. We're going to tone up. That's what you said?
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes,
we were
ma'am.
up there walking, and then we stopped, and we do some push-ups, and we do some stretches, and I was just like, Jesus, what I got myself into.
And that's a gift.
But
That's
it
a
was-
gift. The encouragement that
Yeah.
how he pushes a lot of men and women
Right.
that he's training. That's really encouraging, and
he
it's a
did.
gift that you have.
And He'll meet you there.
Because I think a lot of people, what they lack is that support.
Right.
Like I said, you can sit up here and a lot of people don't really dive into how's Apostle looking, how they looking, how they doing, because they're here to be spiritually fed. They're not really worried about your health. But to
Right.
bring that word to them, you have to be in top-notch condition. When you're sitting there, got somebody that's in front of you, or say you're praying over somebody, your husband behind, he's giving guidance also, and that person's 300 pounds, you got to be able to support that person.
Yeah.
It takes
Especially
a
if they fall out.
especially they fall.
Yeah.
Once they fall out, you got to be able to guide that person to
floor.
the floor. But if you're sitting there, you huffing and puffing, and you could barely lift it. It takes strength, so you have to be in top
Right.
physical condition to do the work.
You do.
Because you sitting up, I've seen people come up here 45 minutes and just and it don't stop talking.
Right.
They don't stop talking because this is what's going through and God is flowing through them. They can't stop. But if you're sitting here and it's, I've seen people sweat. That's why I'm sure that you have the towels, because this is work up here.
Yeah.
This is not just sitting here reading and like you're in the library. You guys are doing work and you guys are doing an awesome job. But like you said, your body is a temple. Like it is said, not that you said, but what is written,
Right.
your body is a temple. You have to take care of it. That is your priority because you have to be able to deliver to them, and they don't want you sick. They don't need, because they need that. They come here every Sunday and Wednesday night to be fed.
Yep. Exactly.
So you have to be
Exactly.
strong enough to be able, in the good condition, to feed them.
Eat a good food.
And that's why my husband and I had said that we got to get back. We got to make time to exercise. We got to make time, And so my husband, he started going to the gym. I'm gonna start going back with him.
All right,
'Cause
all
when we
right.
first met, we were exerciseholics, weren't we? We were a lot lighter than what we are now. we were. When we first met, we were dating. We were going to the gym. We were eating healthy, and so forth. And so, I know how to eat healthy because I used to do it. I
Right.
used to do it. And we all can get, in that place where, you stop by McDonald's, grab that hamburger, because we use excuses like, well, I'm busy, I don't have time, I'm, don't have time to cook, working long hours. But there's still ways that you can eat healthier foods, and like he said, they do have supplemental shakes that you can take in if you don't have time to eat. That is healthy for you, and also it gives you all the nutrition that you need,
Yes, ma'am.
and that you're able to exercise. Even in the book of Daniel. The
Yeah.
first chapter, it even talked about how when Daniel and them were eunuchs and they were in bondage under the king of Babylon, and Daniel and them would not eat what the other servants were eating. They only ate fruits and vegetables. Sometimes you'll hear churches talk about
And the
Daniel's
king,
fast.
And the king
Right,
trying to
Daniel's
make them
fast.
eat it.
We've done a Daniel's fast before, and I'll tell you one thing: you will lose weight on it. But also too, you feel a lot better. But at first you get a little
flushes your
angry
body.
though, because I know
Of course.
that first 2 weeks going with no meat. Well, I'm about ready to eat.
But
Scratch me a cow,
actually
but
flushes your body.
it
though.
flushes your
does.
body.
It
It does.
does.
you
It
know.
does. It does.
And so we have to incorporate that, especially in ministry. And us ministers, I'm guilty too. We have to be careful because people do look at us and say, "Ain't you sinning?"
So we have to build
gluttony.
you have to build each other up.
Right.
We have to build each other up and help each other and trying to get, like you said, get this weight loss, because if you want to be more effective in ministry, it looks better for us if we're taking care of our body
Right.
as well as taking care of our spiritual man, because
Right.
you only get one body,
That's
except
it.
when he comes back,
And another thing I liked when I heard what you talked about when you first started speaking, you said it helps the kids, it's for the kids,
Right.
and
Yes.
everything goes back to the kids. And me, I'm like like Trick Daddy said, Trick love the kids.
Right.
Go,
He went there.
That was when he was in the world. Okay, that was when he was in the world.
But I'm giving you a quote.
Right.
But I love the kids too, also, and it's exciting, and it's good that these things still can take place, because I like to work with youth. I always did coaching, and I'm working on some stuff coming up this year coming up. I'll probably get with you and let you know that we're working with some more youth.
Younger people,
Pertaining to that, exercise, the same thing. Working on their skills in sports and teaching them the fundamentals, how serious everything is about schoolwork and everything else, and their attitudes, because they're not like we were when we came up. We was outside the house. They're inside the house now.
Right.
And that's a lot of the problem. They stay home, and they got everything on that game.
Yep.
Now, also too, Stefan, I do want to say this: as being basically with Body by Vi, you are basically in business for yourself, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you just recently won something, didn't you? Didn't you just recently get something? Didn't
Yes.
God bless you?
Yes, ma'am. I've been blessed. I've been blessed.
I want to say this. The company is a rewarding company as well. As some of you, if you might even be interested in coming in business, I just want to throw this out there because we're business owners as well. He just won a BMW.
What
Yes,
you
ma'am.
say?
Yes, ma'am.
He won a BMW.
He gonna take me riding.
Now tell us how you won that BMW, because what did you do exactly? I saw some things on there, but what did you accomplish to win the BMW?
Well, basically with the BMW, to get to that promotion, you have to have a certain level of volume.
Right.
And it's one of those things where it's like your first step into your business ownership, because now what the company's done is they give you the authority to go out and you pick your own BMW out. Once you pick your own BMW out, the only requirements is it's black, silver, or green. So you pick the car you want, and the company gives you a stipend every single month to pay your car note. So basically, if you got a BMW and your car note's only $300, you're still going to get that $600 stipend.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, so now what the company's done for me and my family, what they've done is they provided me enough money to pay. They're basically paying my rent and paying my car note. And as we all know, those are probably the two biggest bills in anyone's house: your mortgage and your car loan.
Right.
That's a blessing, though. That's
So for a company to take care of that for you, I mean, it's so many ups. They're taking care of the rent. It's basically financial freedom.
Right.
That you only feel when you own your own business.
Right.
Because a lot of us are. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. My goal was always to get the next promotion at my job. I love my job. Get the next promotion, get the next promotion, get the next promotion. But then you reach to that point where you're sitting here like, man, it's not gonna stop. You'll always be capped.
Right.
When
Always
you own
capped.
your own business, there is no cap.
That's right.
Exactly.
There is, it's like there is no ceiling. You can go as
Right,
high
as you want.
as you want to.
And I want to say this about you, Stefan. I watch you on Facebook, and he's a go-getter. He's a motivator. I seen him all the way down in Miami doing parties. Lord Jesus, he was introducing people in Starbucks. He was in there telling them that they ready for the challenge. And
Yes,
so
ma'am.
I commend you for that because of the motivation that you have.
Yeah.
And I also saw pictures of him. The way, if you see how he looked now, I saw an older picture of him where he was, heavier. And I looked at that picture, I said, "That's you?" And he said, "Yeah, that was me and my wife. Not too long we had, I forgot, y'all just had a baby.
My third child,
You just
yes.
had the third child." And so I'm looking at the picture and looking at him, and you can see a total, difference and transformation in that. And so, it's awesome to see that, as you're helping these kids, and like we were just talking earlier, we don't see children playing outside, and we do
You don't see children
we do
out
have
here.
obesity in our children now. It was just in us adults, but now obesity has risen. The statistics has risen a lot higher in the percentage of how many children in America are obese.
They don't move
And
around.
so-
They don't do
Yeah.
that.
That's awesome that the company does give food, healthy food, and like you said, cookies. They have cookies. They have different variety of things that you can get.
And you wouldn't believe how often you're sitting in that car and you get that hunger pain. And of course nowadays there's a fast food restaurant every 2 blocks.
Right.
So it's $1.
Right. Right.
Oh, you get that hunger pain, and I go get me a quick cheeseburger.
Right.
Not good for you. So like I said, the company also has other little things. We just came out with something called Vi-Bites. And what Vi-Bites is, it's about regularly square packaged food. Some of them are dried fruits. We have a Fiesta nut. We have a chocolate monkey with different kind of peanuts in there with a little bit of dark chocolate and some dry bananas. And we have a vegetarian one. So we got four different snacks that you can just say, I'm hungry. I see the fast food place, but let's make a good decision because this is a lifestyle change.
Yes, it is.
This is not something that the regular person can do. And I just got the phone with a friend of mine in Charlotte, and I told him, I said, why are we always so reactive? Why don't we ever take the proactive way of looking at things? Why don't we ever say, you know what, I know I got a problem, let me go ahead and solve it.
And deal
But what a
with it,
lot of
right.
people do is, and it's sad sometimes that
Make excuses.
we make excuses and we wait until the man or woman in the long white coat says, well, I got your diagnosis.
What you say?
have this. And now you're shaking. Now you're scared. Now you're praying, and now you're sitting there like, I need help. But you know what? I said, help has been staring at you this whole time.
Whole time.
I said, do you understand how sad I would be if something was to happen to you because of your weight, and I know that I could have helped you more, I could have pressed you harder, said, hey, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. He said, Steph, you know what? I understand. He said, man, I promise you, man, I'm going to do something. Because I would hate for a friend of mine, just like you would hate for it to be your husband or your brother, especially when you know you got the tools.
Right.
I have the tools to help you.
Right.
But Steph, I got to take the first step. It's all about taking the first step. Like people,
All
when they say,
about
well, I can't come to church because I'm not right yet. This is the place to get right.
Exactly.
You don't wait until you're on death row, like, man, time to go to church. Not saying that's a bad time, but let's be proactive about it.
And
Right.
you can't do
Right.
it yourself.
You can't.
Right.
You have to let the Lord work on you. You have to take initiative. That's to let Him just use you. And I love to say this: taste God and see how good He is.
Yep. And that's the same way you guys do the same thing as we do. You do motivate. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I haven't, like I said, I haven't exercised with y'all in a while, but I will say what I love about your company is you did check on me and say, how are things going? How are things doing? You know, and I was honest with you. Right now, I ain't doing anything.
She was honest.
I'm just being honest. I'm not going to tell no story. I love cupcakes. But I hadn't had a cupcake in, a month and a half now.
Good.
I've been good. And so, you know, I said I wanted to do this, and me and my husband have been doing our vows. That's one reason why we've been trying. So I said, well, I can at least get a few pounds. I didn't get my goal yet, but I still can get something by the time that date comes in December. Yeah. And then turn around and get back into the plan of eating healthy like me and my husband used to do. And so, and that's important. Like you said, my husband has diabetes, as all y'all know, and we talked about him being sick. He got sick. Well, actually, it was a yellow fly that bit him. Yeah. But in the process of being a diabetic, when a yellow fly bit him, it caused an infection to take place. And so I work at the hospital, and I see people coming in all the time. And one of the biggest killers, I would say, is diabetes, because diabetes affects everything. It can affect your whole entire internal organs. It can affect your eyesight. It can affect your feet. It can affect your nerves. It can affect your heart. I mean, it can. It's a silent killer, because when people first get diagnosed with diabetes, they go to the nutritionist and they're told what to eat, but they don't do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's why it's so important.
It's hard, but you got to be,
you learn.
like he said, you got to take that life changing.
You got to take it.
So it's a lifestyle
You got to make a
change.
step to accept it for what it is, and you got to take it.
Exactly.
Right.
You got to take initiative to want to change.
And like I said, the support system. I love how you guys. When I see you guys on Facebook, I love how you guys work together. It's like Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan.
Oh yeah, that's what best.
And I love that, because as a married couple, you want to see that.
Right.
You want to follow something like that, because and that's how the same way me and my wife are. She sits there and supports me. Of course, she waited 30 days to make sure I didn't die before she started her challenge. But she said, well, I don't know. Let me see how you survive first. But once she saw that, she was all in.
Right.
And she made the change.
Right.
She made the change with me. So by her doing that with me, it just made it easier, because we're on the same page. Because like you said, the house has to be,
the house divided will not stand.
There you go.
Right. That's right.
It has to be balanced. So I mean, I love what you guys do.
Well, thank
I love
you.
it. I love it.
Because one of the things that the Lord did tell me, my husband, that he, just like how Noah's Ark, the animals came 2 by 2, and he said that he would send us out 2 by 2. And so we have that little ark in our house of Noah with a 2 by 2. But my husband and I, we are very close, and we do everything together. And and we do motivate each other, and we work together. We work together in ministry. We work together. We've worked together even real workforce. We both are phlebotomists.
Right.
And so, so of course I seen him going to the gym, and so he posting pictures of his arms on Facebook. I said, I'm finna get my tail in that gym then. I said, I can't let him outdo me. So so he started motivating me. I did the same thing. I let him go into the gym. So now I'm like, okay, I'm going with you now. I'm going with you. So, So and that's what it's all about. Husband and wife being a team, and spouses, as me and you talked before, is sometimes in weight loss. Sometimes your spouse can be your worst enemy, because that spouse is sitting there eating a hamburger and you trying to lose that weight.
Right. So
it's good for you to stay focused, because eventually that spouse is gonna follow you, just like your wife followed you, and now I'm finna follow my husband going to that gym and doing what I'm supposed to do. So That's the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. And so, but anyway, before we get ready, because we don't have much more time, go ahead and let everybody know how they can get in contact with you if they're interested in even becoming even a business owner or even interested in trying out the product for weight loss.
Okay, well, if you are interested in trying out the product, I love having a challenge party. I can come to you or you can come to me at my house. To get in contact with me, my number is 850-774-4686. Again, that's 850-774-4686. Or you can reach me at my website, which is www.stefanrichardson.bodybyvi.com.
Okay.
So those are the two ways you can get in touch with me, because I'm all about reaching out. Some people say, well, Stefan, I can't make it out. I got the kids. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll come to you.
Okay.
Because I don't like, what I don't like is excuses.
Exactly.
I don't like excuses. So if you sit and say, Stefan, can you come to me? I'm going to make it my way. Just like that morning when I worked out with you. I think I worked out 2 more times after that.
I think you worked out like for at least 6 hours.
Yeah, I worked out there about 3 hours. Because I met you, or I met somebody before you, then you came, then after you came, then my wife showed up. So I'm on the bridge. That's 6 miles.
And that's what I want to point out. It's not just about. It's not
That's
about.
dedication.
I just want to say it's not about just making money of a product.
No.
They do take time to work out with
dedication.
you, and they show you how to work out. And it's not just Stefan. He's got a team of people now.
Yes,
And
yes,
so
yes.
even if Stefan couldn't meet you there, he'll have somebody there.
to
to meet you to walk the bridge or go to a gym.
Because it's all about family.
Right, it's
And
all about
that's one
that.
thing that I wanted to build. I wanted to put together I wanted to have that family feel where you're comfortable with calling my wife Stacy up. You're comfortable calling her, hey Stacy, what you doing, girl? Hey, you do your small talk. Hey, you seen this? And girls, ladies, they do. And they say, hey, let's go to the gym. Let's meet me at the bridge. She's like, okay, good, let's go. That's how you build, because what happens, you build leaders. You build leaders. My daughter, and I'm gonna say this one last thing. My daughter came to me about 3 weeks ago, about a month ago. She said, Daddy, I'm about to start a lemonade stand. I said, you about to do what? She said, start a lemonade stand. I went to Kids Entrepreneurs, and I'm going to do a kids lemonade stand. I said, well, Stephanie, why do you want to do that? She said, because you know what, Daddy? I want to be my own boss like you.
Exactly.
Amen.
We build entrepreneurs.
That's right.
We create this. This is something that we do.
Exactly.
So I mean, I was in tears when she said she wanted to do that, because it let me know that what I'm doing is not it's not empty.
Exactly.
It's soaking in. So I was a proud father at that point. She spent $4, she made $17, and she did her math, paid everybody she had to pay back, and she was good. So I mean, to see that in a 9-year-old,
Right.
it's amazing. It's amazing.
Awesome.
So we're about to close, and we having revival. Mention your revival. real quick.
I do want to close before we go out. I want to say on October 11th and 10th and 11th, right here at the Country in the Suites, we will be having Take Me to the King conference. We'll be having Prophet Lisa and Prophetess Heather Armstrong both minister on those
Both
2
on
nights.
fire.
at
So
7
all y'all
p.m.
women, come on out.
So come on out, women. You'll be blessed. I promise you.
And when you
There'll be a
see us
blessing.
around town, come up to us and give us a hug. All of us a hug. And when you see us around town, just get at me, man.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Let's get it. I love it.